Say the atmosphere. The atmosphere is changing now. The Spirit of the Lord is here. Hey, the evidence is all around. Oh, can we sing it one more time? Say the atmosphere is changing now. Oh God, we sense your presence. The evidence is all around. Say it for the Spirit of the Lord is here. Overflow. Fill our hearts with your love, Jesus. Oh, you're the reason to encounter your love, Jesus.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to welcome everybody to Jay's Music Talk. I'm your host, AJ Wilson. For those that know me, and with me, I have a very special guest. I look up to this guy a lot. As you've seen in my promoting video, I mentioned that this man, he has displayed so much things. He has shown tutorials on YouTube where you know how to become a better musician, how to better yourself. And this man is crazy on the keyboard. So without a further ado, I'd like to put your hands together and welcome Mr. Kell Bailey. How you doing?
Doing good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling good.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. So let's start off with how did you get your love for keys? How did it start?
So, I mean, just like everyone else, for the most part, grew up playing in church, and at a certain age, you're drawn to drums. Most of us are drawn to drums.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, I started seeing guys coming in to my home church that was just amazing, killing. And then for me, that kind of like opened up my eyes to playing keys. It was more so one of them things of like, all right, I see how, when you sit down on the keyboard, how
Mm-hmm.
they quote unquote shift the atmosphere, so to speak. And when I saw, different guys doing that, I said, I want to be able to do that. And naturally, I think I had a natural ear to be able to catch on the keys. Like I remember going to the keyboard at a young age and being able to hear certain things and play it out. So, I mean, at the time, I just kind of thought that was normal. Um, but later on, you kind of learn that, all right, this is a God given
Yeah.
gift and I can play by ear.
Yeah. That's how it all starts, bro. Because the thing with me, I started out as drums as well.
Yeah.
That's how it started for me. And then probably like when I got to like my teenage years, probably like 15 or 14, I started looking into the keys.
Yeah. There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that's how it all starts. So where are you originally from?
So I'm from Richmond, so I've been here all my life. I'm still in Richmond right now as well.
Mm, that's nice. Is it nice up there?
Yeah, Richmond is cool. I mean, when you grow up somewhere all your life, that's all you really know. But for the
Yeah,
most part, I don't really have any complaints about Richmond. Like Richmond is home, so it's cool.
that's good. That's good.
Aren't you from Virginia too?
Um, huh?
You're from Virginia too, right?
Virginia? Mm-mm.
Re-
I'm from New York,
Okay,
but I moved here. But I moved to New Jersey probably like 2016, and I'm still here.
gotcha. Okay, I don't know why I thought Virginia for whatever reason. That's crazy.
I don't know if it's because of Dennis Ridley or something. I don't know if it's
Maybe
that.
that's maybe where I made the connection. I don't know.
Yeah, but Dennis Ridley's my guy though.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So who's like your inspiration when it comes to music?
Yeah, so I mean, I have a lot of inspirations, but a couple of people that come to mind right off the top is, I'm influenced by Kevin Bond.
Mm-hmm.
You just mentioned Dennis. Like when I met Dennis, like that kind of opened up my mind to music and that kind of unlocked something new in me. There's a guy, yes, sir, DMV, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, yes, sir. There's a guy, if you know him, you know him. He's not really much of an Instagram guy, but he's like one of the coldest musicians you will ever in your life hear.
Yeah.
His name is Daryl Woodson. He's like one of my like greatest influences. So Kevin Bond, Mike Burrell, Daryl Woodson, Dennis. Of course, I'm influenced by all of the Baltimore guys like Kenny Shelton, Dominic Bryce, Joseph Pryor, Justin Savage. Like, the list goes on and on. But I like to say that, like, when you hear me play, you're not just hearing one specific person, you're hearing a little bit of West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. Like, you're hearing a bunch of different regions
Yeah,
combined into one because I've been influenced by a lot of different musical region, so to speak.
that's great. That's great. What's like what's like the most collaborations that you work with when it comes to being a musician?
Um, you said the most collaborations.
Yeah. What
Uh,
collaborations have you worked with?
oh, like who have I worked with, like musician wise, or
Yeah. Well, it could be musician wise or artist wise. It don't matter.
so I'll go musician wise. So as you know, I've put out like 3 or 4 records. On these records, I've like to try to connect with people that want to have a relationship with, or two, just musicians that I really admire.
I
So I've worked with some of the homies from the Midwest, like Benny Richard, my homie Deshaun Wilson goes by Bird. I've worked with David Bell, brought him in on a couple of projects. Rob Riveling, drums, and a bunch of like guys in my area, like local guys that are just killing as well. I love the idea of collaboration though. That's one of the things that I think, when you hear my music, you're not just hearing one set of musicians, you're hearing a
Yeah, you're
bunch of
hearing a whole
different
bunch because
musicians.
you're drawing from them.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I do as well. Because me, as I am 17 years old, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to be 18 in like August.
Yeah,
Um, I learned to like, find your own sound, but on top of that, draw from people. Like, learn from those who are experienced and those that you're around, because you
exactly.
can actually learn something and you could take what they have, their creativity, and use that, or even take that and create a twist of your own. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I learned to do. And so the same thing with me. When I play, you don't just hear one musician, you hear a whole bunch of them, because I learned to take and draw from people.
Exactly. I mean, that's the power of music, just being able to not be a carbon copy of someone, but just be almost essentially a melting pot.
Yes, sir. Um, so how did you come up with MK Bailey for your t-shirt merch? Because you be rocking those stuff, man.
Yeah, so people know, but not a lot of people know. So my full name is Markel. So when I was in high school, a long time, not a long time ago, like 10 years ago, um, a lot of people that know me, they call me Kell. I just go by Kell because I don't often be like Markel.
Yeah,
Um, but I just decided to take the M from my first name and then my nickname Kell and just do MK Bailey in my last name. Just keep it super simple and on brand.
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's really that's a good way, because one thing about me, my my name, it stands for my father's name, because I'm a junior, if I'm
There you
being
go.
exact. And I never really gotten used to my name, because one thing about it, people never really pronounced it right.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
frustrated. And so everywhere I go, it's just AJ, AJ this, AJ that. So I just learned to stay with that instead of saying my whole full
Hmm.
name. Because my full name, I'm sharing this with you only, bro. I'm not. My whole name is Ayale.
Okay.
Yeah, and many people, they mistakenly say that name so wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
to the point where it's like, I was like, you know what? Just call me this, because I can't manage to bother with this whole. I can't be pronouncing names for people and they still don't get it.
I
But
get it. I
but
get
the
it.
but the t-shirt merch, I definitely understand. You put MK Bailey for your whole name, and then
Yeah.
everybody knows you as Kale Bailey.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
and
know,
that's just part of the whole entire brand as well, like my website as well, MK Bailey. I just, decided to go along with it, just for branding purposes.
yeah, I was wondering what the M stood for. I was wondering, because I was like, MK. I said, I know the K stands for Kale, but I didn't know what the M stood
Yeah,
for. But now
yeah.
but now I know. Now I know.
Yep. Fun fact.
Yes, sir. What's your favorite type of keyboard that you really love? I've been wanting to know this since like watching your videos, because you'll be using a whole bunch of things. I'd be seeing you using the Yamaha Modi X and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's a really, really great board. So my favorite, I'll talk about the Mo DX as well. I plan on making some more videos with that keyboard. But my favorite keyboard, so I grew up playing the Motif series, the
Oh
Motif
yeah.
ES, standard original Motif as well. So I still have a love for those keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
But here lately, my favorite keyboard is without a doubt the Nord Stage 3. Not because of the hype around it, but just because I honestly just love Nord keyboards. I think once you really start to understand the Nord and how simply everything is laid out, and if you like the feel, you like the feel. If you don't, then you don't. But I love the feel of it, like playing the Nord and playing a different keyboard. It's like the Nord is just like a high class vehicle. Like just the way it feels, it's like a Porsche to me, you know.
Yeah.
So Nord Stage 3, like if I had to go on tour, more than likely I'm asking for a Nord Stage 3. I like the new Montage M8. I'm starting to understand that user interface a little bit more. So the Montage is cool. And then I just love like synthesizers. Like that's what I'm on right now. Like I'm really getting into sound design. So I'm really, really getting into like synthesizers and just gear that I can move knobs and figure out what this does and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Cause I actually in my house actually I have a Modi X 8 Plus,
Yeah.
and at my church I play the Motif series, like the Motif 6, but there's like two other keyboards, the Motif ES8
Hmm.
and the Yamaha Montage.
Yeah.
And so I like playing the Montage a lot more,
Hmm.
but at the same time, same thing like you, I like the Motif series as well.
Yeah. The Motif series is good.
Yeah, I really like it. Um, so before I let you go, bro, I'm gonna ask one simple last question. So, me as a 17-year-old musician, right?
Hmm.
What advice would you give me to help me better myself?
Absolutely. No, that's a great question. I think number one of the things I was telling my other homies the other week is when you're young, when you're 16, like I'm 28, I'm still young as well. I don't consider myself an old head or nothing like that. I know about 10 years older than you, but I still consider myself young. But if I could
Yeah,
tell my 17-year-old self, while you're young, go after everything that you want to go after.
true.
Like in terms of bettering your craft. So if you want to be a great musician, this is the time to really put forth that work and really grind it out and really figure it out because these are the years. My boy Madison in here. What's going on, brother? But while you're 16, 17, 18, these are the years that are going to like set the foundation of where you can go. And I just remember being around that age. That's the age where I really started like molding my gift and becoming better. So get it while you can, go after it because you don't want to be the musician that's 28, 30 trying to figure it out. Not to say you can't figure it out when you're that old, but life responsibilities come up the older you get. So while you're
True.
young and you don't have like a lot of pressure of a family and stuff like that, go after it. And then the next thing that I would say is build relationships, like doing interviews like this. I know you've done a couple of other different interviews as well.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to build relationships. Like some people are going to reach back out and say they can do it. Some people are just going to leave you on red, but go after those relationships and see what you can glean from other people. And then the last thing I would say, it sounds cliche, is just shoot for the stars. Like if you
true.
have big dreams of I don't know, going on tour or having a podcast or something like that, don't limit yourself. Like now is the greatest time ever to really, go after those things that you want to go after. And trust that God is going to order your steps because, we can come up with a plan and we can come up with a direction for our life, but only God can really order our steps and put us where we need to be at. So yeah, those are the three things that I would say.
Yes, sir, and I accept it very well, bro. I want to thank you so much, bro, for joining. It was an honor to have you. I see you as an inspiration to me, bro. I couldn't even believe I had you on the
For
podcast,
real?
bro. For real.
Nah. Nah,
Nah,
I
but
mean,
for
I
real.
love doing stuff like this. I know how it is trying to get a podcast off the ground or just go in this direction. So, yeah, like definitely keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I'm excited for your future and excited where you're going to end up at.
Thank you so much, bro. We'll talk soon, all
All
right,
right,
brother?
brother.
All
All
right, bro.
I'll give you peace when the storm is raging. I'll be your light when the road ahead seems dim.